Hey guys, what's going on? We are on to PAX Day 2, and let's go ahead and jump right in with footage. Alright, so I had no idea that there were going to be used video games and systems at PAX. Obviously because it was my first PAX, but they had everything that you could look for. They had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all the systems all the way up to current gen. And there wasn't just one that you're trying to walk through. There were multiple game systems, all very close to each other, or system sellers that were pretty close to each other. Let's see, yeah, this was crowded. This was day 2, so this was Saturday, so it was packed. So you had that guy at first place, and then, what's that another place? Oh, this was cards. There's Pokemon, nobody was there. I was there though. I came through and bought some. And then there were Magic, and there were a whole bunch of other stuff all the way around. They didn't have any video games at that point, but they were just purely cards and stuff like that. A bunch of Magic. Here's another used seller place. I'm trying to get through the crowd to it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there was a PlayStation 2, they had Xbox, they had a bunch of old school. Yeah, there were Nintendo games. I had already gone through them once. I didn't see anything else over here. Yeah, it was packed, especially in these areas. I just had my camera in front of me like this, just like trying to film. So some people would get out of your way, other people would just be like down with it. And so over here, I bought a lot of cards from these guys because they sold Pokemon cards separate in binders. So I went through each day to see what they had, and I got to know a guy. Yeah, that guy there in the black. I got to know him a little bit, so I'd go up to him every now and then. Like, yo, did you get anything in? Stuff like that. And he told me to come back the last day, and I did. And he had a rubber band of high-end cards from the first 3 sets. Excuse me. There were comic books right there, and Magic cards and stuff like that. There were also game boards. A lot of game boards. I was surprised. And then there was a video game place next to them. I bought Race Driving from them. I gave that to Far From Something. Lots of stuff. Lots of board games and stuff. I was surprised. But anyways, that guy at the center, he had some stuff for me. I bought like half of what he had. So here's Assassin's Creed 4 booth. There was a huge line. That's what I was trying to get. It was hard to see. And then there was this place where you could get your photo taken in pirate garb right there. But the trailer, the video game footage, was in a private booth. So you had to wait in line if you want to see it. But still awesome. I just started playing Assassin's Creed 3 today. Watch Dogs were there. They had a huge, again, another private booth to see their stuff. And the line was insane. These people, most of these people in front of us are waiting for that Splinter Cell game. Oh, here's Bethesda. I can't believe, I don't know why I did this in the same shot. So this is the online Elder Scrolls game that they're coming out with. And it looks okay, I don't know. It looks, yeah, that was, just in case if I forgot what Bethesda was there for, I guess. I don't know why I zoomed in on it. But it looks like Oblivion. It looks like a scaled down Oblivion that's online. But that line went all the way around there, and it went all the way down that back wall over to that exit sign in the corner, and then just kind of started to wrap back around. So it was like, if you were to spend 3 hours in line to see maybe a few minutes of gameplay. I know there's 3 factions that you can play as, and that's dwarves, dudes, elves, and I think there's good and bad folks too. I don't know, I might be mixing that up. I don't know. It looks interesting. We'll just have to wait and see. I want to know pricing and stuff like that. And I want to see more gameplay than what I saw there. So PlayStation was there, of course. There was Ubisoft with The Last of Us. And they were open. The Last of Us was playable. That's what all those guys were right there, all those displays from Last of Us. And anybody could come up and film, which I love. It's total opposite of what most of the other companies were doing. Especially like Elder Scrolls. They're not really tied to a system per se. This was the line to play The Last of Us. It was wrapped around the booth. This guy's out. Yeah, I'll get a... I think I turn and look. Yeah, so this... It's so crowded, you can't get good shots. It says this is film long, but yeah, this was the line continue. That's what I'm trying to film. Everybody had a Nintendo 3DS out. Mine ran out of battery when I went to play it, and I forgot to charge it up the next day.
Hey guys!
I don't know who that is. Some guy's just yelling. So yeah, that's still the line. It wrapped around the booth all the way around. Again, hours if you were to play The Last of Us for like 20 minutes. Where I can just go in line over. I can just go in this viewing area over here, zoom in, and watch people play. So, you know. More Last of Us footage. I think I was trying to show. Oh, that's an extension of the line. Yeah, it wrapped inside the booth a little bit to the stations. Wow, that's fuzzy. There we go. So Nintendo was there. Oh, Mr. Incredible. Yeah, super cool cosplay. So Nintendo and Wii U were there, obviously with their. Well, Nintendo was there with their Wii U and their 3DS. They had a lot of games. Again, open. Anybody can watch. Pikmin 3 was there. They had Wario game, which is upcoming for Wii U. It might be on 3DS. I don't know. Yeah, the new Animal Crossing. Monster Hunter was playable. They actually had a separate booth, which I didn't look at. I don't think I filmed it, but it was playable there and on the 3DS at their booth. Monster Hunter, yeah. And Fire Emblem was there also, and I actually got turned off by the gameplay. I don't like tactical positioning for fighting. So like I was saying, Magic was there. Freaking huge booth. That video screen right there, you could throw fireballs with the Kinect, which was dumb. But what I was trying to show was that they were out of Chandra cards, which there's this quest. You had to go find these things around PAX, and it was out by day 2. They were out of cards. Not getting any more. I don't know. I thought it was funny for some reason. Oh, so here is the convention number 2 in my eyes. The light's kind of messing it up, but these were all card people, all card games, whatever, board games being played in this separate area. There was Magic the Gathering, just stuff I had never heard of before. Yeah, this is kind of the free area. Well, free as in there were different types of card games, and then Magic. And of course, vendors. I thought they might have Pokemon cards, but they didn't have any. That's why I kind of stopped to look for a second. Yeah, some of these were operated by card companies, like these guys in the red. A few of those were actually store employees, but most of these were Magic tables that were open. Especially this area here with all the signs. They kind of cordoned off from the other areas. What is this? Oh yeah, this is kind of the other area mixed in with cards. There are board games that you can play. You just check them out here on this table and you go sit down in a free place. In a free table and play. Yeah, there's so many things that were not video games there that surprised me that were there. I really came away thinking that there are 3 conventions going on. You've kind of seen 2. You'll see 3 in a second. Of course, they had Die and all that stuff. The only board game I was really looking for was an awesome Axis and Allies edition. Maybe the third one, or not the third one, the latest one that's come out. That's like $300. I did see a World War I Axis and Allies, which was interesting. I think it was like $70. They also had books and anime and stuff like that related to card games and stuff. Just stuff I was not familiar with. But I'm just walking now. There are so many sellers there. And the food was in the far corner, kind of underneath the window. I don't know what's going on there. But a lot of these smaller guys were just an individual, like, company that had a product that they were trying to get people to come play. It's a setup, you know, they had people there. Like, come check it out, you know. I didn't check anything out. I was too overwhelmed to try anything. Yeah, look at all the merch and stuff. Like, I don't know what this stuff is. I saw the Doctor Who stuff there. That's why I stopped, because my sister's really into that. But it was like a card game, so I was like, man, she's not into that. But yeah, out of my element. But it was very cool. You know, a lot of people probably checked the games out and then came back and yeah, just filming. Yeah, because I saw Doctor Who and I just stopped. I was like, what the shit is this? That guy was looking at me. I'm just walking around. I'm not anybody, don't worry. I spaced these out a little bit too much. Oh yeah, more board games and stuff. It's very interesting. You know, all this stuff that's there. I have no idea. I was caught off guard that it was there. Like, I didn't even come over here until I had filmed a lot of the main floor. And I was like, oh, what's over here? So I just walked across the other side of the convention center and came over this way. There's tons of people. Got. Oh yeah. So I'd gone up the escalator just to get a view of how big this area was and how many people were over here. It was crazy how many people were out there just playing card games, board games, and stuff like that, ready to go. And they had tournaments and stuff all weekend on different games and stuff. It was a huge, big area of the convention center. And there was stuff down there too. So, you remember how I said there were 3 convention areas going on? This is the other area. Most of this here, pretty much all these computers here were set up by the set. And then everything else out there were bring your own computers. And they were all tied to the same gaming network. And they had multiple games on there that you could play freely. Like that was TF2. Yeah, there's TF2. I know I saw Civilization 5, I saw Battlefield, Call of Duty, of course League of Legends, you could play that. That was kind of the big game. A lot of people were playing Ederson. I was also kind of testing how good my zoom was and how good the focus was zoomed in that close. I don't know what that is, maybe left or head or something. And then there was Intel was there. They had their own kind of booth set up that you could come look at our fancy, superior stuff that's more awesome or whatever. All the free play, yeah, that guy's still working. It was on his cell phone. He's like, alright, so this was kind of where the conventions existed. So all the games and stuff were over there in that area. Then you had this kind of sitting area, you had a few food booths, and then here was the computer area. And on the other side of that wall was the card area. And you can kind of see, yeah, it goes way beyond back there. So all three conventions were happening like simultaneously in my eyes under this PAX East umbrella. That really fascinated me. You know, there's definitely something for everyone there. You know, I spent most of my time wandering. Yeah, there's Monster Hunter 3. Wandering the aisles, looking for stuff to buy, merchandise. I wanted to play Civ 5, but I didn't have a day to spend sitting there. Oh yeah, cool retro stuff. So yeah, all the Pokemon games. They had old school controllers. That looks like Atari 2600. There were some 5200 ones with the wheels on it. They had boxed Atari games for the 2600 series, which were amazing. I couldn't believe that they had those there, boxed. Mario merch. I guess that's cool. There was a guy. Oh yeah, there's Sega, CD, Xbox, they had Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Bunch of NES games. Old school games. They look like a Famicom controller almost, but those are tied to the system, so it wasn't. Oh yeah, DK drums. Oh yeah, that was a portable retro game that you could put in like a NES, Super NES game, and it would go into it. Oh yeah, so this. All right, so there was some Billy Idol playing in the background, so I had to cut it because I don't want the video to get flagged on YouTube for Billy Idol impersonation or whatever. So that place was cool. They had a lot of old school arcade machines that were up there, which was very cool. At least I thought. I was trying to go around. I actually asked them if it was okay for me to film. I didn't know, you know, whatever. So they had Miss Pac-Man, a lot of old school Atari and older Nintendo games, and it was very packed. There's Galaxian. I didn't know that game, so I moved on. There was the original arcade Punch-Out, which, if you watch my Punch-Out videos, I talk about it. How the original NES couldn't handle transparent layers like that, so you could see through the fighter on the original one. I was like, oh yeah, there's my point. So there was some promotional stuff too. They were like, hey, come check us out, blah blah blah. I was like, alright, whatever. The zoom's not doing great in the low lighting. Space Invaders, there we go. There's no manual focus, it's all autofocus on my camera that I had. So there's Asteroids. It was looking good. I mean, I guess the dark lighting was good for filming this, so I could see each of the screens pretty well. But it was happening all weekend, man. This was an open forum. There's Pole Position 2. Looked pretty good. There's a medic cosplay there. What was this? Oh, come on. That's Centipede. Oh, no, it's Millipede. Atari's Millipede. Medic, get out of the way. Medic. I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah, there was an original Pong machine, which is not showing up the cabinet, but it looked awesome. It was in very good condition. That kind of caught me off guard that they had one of those there. What else was cool? I passed by a few things that I didn't recognize. There was a Defender there. I hope I filmed it. That guy would not get off the game. Smash TV. The arcade version of the Smash TV, which was crazy. Well, that's kind of a newer game. That's like late 80s. But hey, whatever. What was going on here? I don't know. Oh well, no Defender. It was there, and there were a few I can't even think of what they're called. Pinball machines. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw these guys there. I actually got my sister the Finn backpack. Those were pretty cool. They had a lot of official merchandise at that booth. I didn't film it because they were watching me pretty close. And then just to kind of finish up, I did see a Legend of Dragoon cosplay. It was Dart in Dragoon mode, which looked awesome. It was very, very cool. I got that photo, and then I got another photo of him. This was at the end of the day. It was time to go, and I didn't want to bother him. But yeah, it looked very good. So that was day 2. We've got the curse party, and then day 3, which I'm not sure. I didn't really do much on day 3, but we'll talk about it. So, all right, that was day 2. It was awesome.